Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I will show you how to retopologize your mesh, and this is just an introduction. To start off, we should talk about the retopology. So what is retopology? Topology is a process in which you modify or completely redo the topology of a mesh. You can see a mesh with a bad topology before retopology on the left, and then after retopology on the right, as shown here. So when approaching the retopology, it can be helpful to look at good examples of the process. You can see one of these. We have this head, which is retopologized, as shown here. So first things first, before we start retopologizing, I should remind you of the main rules of topology and the main rules of deformation of the topology. There are three foundational topology checks to pay attention to first and foremost. The other topology rules will be hard to check if these first three conditions are not met. All of the faces on the model are quads. They each have 4 vertices and 4 edges. There are no duplicate geometry. All of the face normals are oriented in the same direction so that you cannot see the back of the faces. Also, we have the other topology rules. All of the loops and on a grid need to terminate into themselves or into the void. None of the loops can overlap themselves. A loop cannot spiral around the mesh. You should also consider when doing retopology, deformation topology rules, which are the edges of our grid need to be parallel to the axis of deformation. The axis of twisting should be aligned with the edge flow. You should always put at least one row of faces between a pole and the specific areas of deformation. You can watch my previous videos in order to understand all these rules before start retopologizing your mesh. So let me show you how to use the snapping. Snapping allows us to snap any mesh selection to a face, edge, or vertex. To enable snapping, press the magnet at the top of the center of the viewport as shown here. Click on it. I have added this plane. I'm gonna be using it for retopologizing. By default, it is set to snapping to increment. So I want to change this to snap to faces. To snap to faces, we need to press the arrow next to the magnet. Like this, is gonna be showing this menu. If we select a vertex in a separate mesh, we can snap it onto one of the faces of another mesh. With that, we should be able to start on our retopology. I'm gonna be selecting the face project like this. Project individual elements, rotate, scale. Let's activate move, rotate, and scale. And here we have the model we'll be using to learn how to apply good topology rules. The model has a unique, which should give us an opportunity to stray from the topology guide and allow us to think about our topology beyond just copying from the reference. As said before, we want to start with the head, because this is the area body with the most detail. On the head, we start with the face for the same reason. We can see the face a bit more clearly. Shown here in our tutorial. First things first, before start retopologizing, you need to define loops. let us put a row of vertices around all holes on face, including the eyes. We have the eyes, the nostrils of the nose, and a mouth. We have all these sections are loops. So after collapsing the plane that we have added to the scene, we have got just this one vertex. You should extrude it on surface. When enabling snapping, go over here, face project, then you should select activate, move, rotate, and check the box for project individual elements. Go over here and the viewport display for the object properties. Let's checkbox the in front. Let's start retopologizing our 3D object, our 3D model. Hit 1 for the front view. So let's grab it just a tiny bit like this. Extrude, then move it. To create loops for a loop for the eye. Just extrude it. And you can see this loop surrounding the eye shown in our example. It's crazy and amazing manually retopologizing this mesh like this. So we should make these vertices by extruding across different values and creases that we want to mark on this 3D human model. We can look at the pecs edges that are most prominent. We have the nose, we have the eyes, and we have the eyebrows and the mouth and the different parts, prominent parts. So let's continue marking all different values and prominent sections. So in order to do that, to make another loops surrounding another prominent section, we need to Shift D and move your vertex to wherever you want to create new loops as shown in our tutorial. So just I want to place it, for example, I want to create it around surrounding the nose like this, extrude like this, extruding surrounding the loop and the different creases around the nose like this. I forgot to add the mirror modifier in order to make retopology for both edges, for both sides. Let's add the mirror modifier. Let's continue with retopologizing our mesh. So just want to grab some vertices. I'm gonna be adding another loop surrounding the nostrils of the nose. So just Shift D. I'm gonna be using this vertex over there. Extrude it like this. And that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I will show you how to continue retopologizing and removing some issues. And that's it. Thanks for watching.